Jonathan here again from GuitarTipsWeekly.com. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about, I don't know, an easy picking technique. Now, one thing that I really like to do is I like to pick, the way I was taught by my guitar teacher was kind of a hybrid style. And that is you use your pick with your thumb and your index finger, but you keep these three fingers free to use for picking other strings. So what this effectively does is it gives you the speed and the precision of using your pick, and it also gives you the, well, it's like having extra hands almost, right, if you're a drummer, but for a guitar player, having extra fingers can be super handy. So what I like to do is I assign a finger, roughly, to each string. And usually what I do, just to keep it simple, especially when you're just starting out, just think of it like you're using your pick for the bottom three strings. And by bottom I mean the lowest strings, 4, 5, and 6. And then just assign one of each of these three fingers to one of the top three strings, right? So your middle finger gets the G string, your ring finger gets the B string, and your pinky gets the E string, okay? So one thing I like to do is pluck a bass note and then pluck all three top strings at the same time. You can strum them too, it's a bit of a different effect, right? Sounds kind of cool. Anyways, what we're going to do today is we're just going to use just two fingers actually on the G and the B string, and I'm just going to show you this nice mellow little progression, and just to give you something to work on with those two fingers. So the progression is going to sound like this, and then I'll zoom in and show you exactly what I'm doing, okay? That's basically it. Now, you can go all over the place with this. Basically, what I encourage you to do, think of this, we're playing in G, the key of G, and if you remember your G major scale, we're basically just looking at the bottom three notes here, or the bottom three strings for our roots, right? Or the E minor scale. Basically pick any of those notes, and what we're playing here is a G and a D. Okay, the G string is open, and right there is a D. 3rd fret, 2nd string. Okay, and those are like our drone notes. Okay, G D G D G D. Now G and D, that's a 5th, right? We're in the key of G. So from G to D is a 5th, right? So you're putting in a perfect harmony there, so of course it's going to sound good. So all you're playing here is G, another G, and then D, which is the 5th. And then all we're going to do off of that, because the D is a 5th, that doesn't conflict with any of the other notes in the scale, right? So all we're going to do at that point is just pick different root notes out of our scale. Okay, so this is where you can start to get creative. And I'm just going to stick with the ones that I just showed you, just to keep the video brief, but you can really get creative with this and make up your own song very easily. Okay, I like this. It's a nice kind of mellow sounding, you know, if you're in a mellow mood, you can just play this, right? So the root notes then, actually, let me just zoom in here then, and I'll show you up close what I'm doing with this hand, and then we'll move to the right hand as well, okay? Okay, so here we are. I hope you can see this clearly. Basically, our drone are these two strings here, okay? 2nd and 3rd strings, or 3rd and 2nd in that order. So what we're doing is we're just hitting the root note once, which in this case is right here on the G. And then we're doing G, the G string, the third string, then the second string, then the third string. Okay? Then we change root notes. We're going to go to the F sharp here on the second fret. Just so you can see that nicely right there. Okay? And then our next root note is going to be the B right here. And then the last root note is the C. Okay, so just watch closely. Oops, kind of screwed up there a little bit. But that's the basic idea, okay? Now you can throw in anything else if you want. You can throw in a D. And all I'm doing is the top part of that D chord there. Right? Then think of what else is in the scale, right? Basically play around with anything you want in there. It's very straight, it's very easy. You can do anything you want almost. Okay, so let's zoom quickly to the other hand and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so here we are. Pretty straightforward, eh? Hope you got something out of that. Come on over to GuitarTipsWeekly.com and sign up for the free guitar tips that I send out every week. Just enter your name and email address right on the page there, and we'll send you guitar tips every week. And I hope to hear from you soon. We'll see you later.